Hello from Three Cliffs Bay on the Gower Peninsula in South Wales. And if you were wondering why it's called Three Cliffs, it's because of these three cliffs. And today I'm collecting seaweed, but not just any old seaweed. I'm collecting laverbread, or Porphyra umbilicalis as it's known in Latin. And laverbread has a very special place in the hearts of all true Welsh people, because this uninspiring looking seaweed forms the cornerstone of the traditional Welsh breakfast. So I'm going to fill my pot, head back to camp, and I'll show you how to make it. Right, I'm back at Camp Dryad. Now I need to wash this laverbread and get all of the sand out of it. Now this is completely covered in sand. It's really unfortunate the way it grows. It tends to grow on the rocks, so it attaches to the rocks, but then it sort of floats around in the sand, so it always gets covered. So what I'm going to do is chuck all of this laverbread here into a pot and agitate it. I'm going to shout at it, call it names, and get all that sand out of it. And you're going to need to do this in several changes of water. So the first one, you will have a lot of sand falling out to the bottom. So we need to get as much of that out as we can. That's the first wash. And if you look at the bottom of the pan, it's got a lot of sand there. After several changes of water, I think it was 3, I've managed to get this as sand-free as I can. Hopefully it will have very little, if any, sand left in it, but even the smallest amount of sand just catches in your teeth. It's horrible. So I think I've got most of it out, so I'm going to put it back in the pan. And now I need to boil it for ages. So I put a little bit of water in there, get the temperature up, and this needs to boil for quite a while. And as it's boiling, I'll be mashing it down. So tends to take anywhere between 6 and 10 hours or thereabout. Now this is ready to go on the fire, and I've added some water but not too much. So the important thing is that we get it boiling, but we don't boil it dry. So I need to keep adding water progressively through the cooking process, mashing it as we go, but looking good. Oh, there she goes. Okay, so that's boiling. There's plenty of water in there for now, so I'll just keep an eye on that. So that needs to boil away until it breaks down, and it takes absolutely ages. So I'm going to put that aside. I've got better things to do, and I'm sure you have. And here's some I prepared earlier. So this is what it will eventually look like. It turns into this sort of browny, greeny sludge, and it doesn't look very appealing. But there's a great way of preparing this that makes it taste amazing, and it looks a lot better as well. So stick with me. Laverbread in its natural form admittedly doesn't look great, but if we mix it with rolled oats, it helps to absorb some of the moisture, and we can form it into a little patty, and then we can fry it. So first of all, I'll tell you what, I'm going to chuck some of my oats into here, and then we put the laverbread onto the top of the oats, and it will stick to everything, which is why it's important to put the oats in first. Get as much of this as we can. There we go. Now I'm going to just use the back of the spoon, try and get the laverbread mixed up with the oats. You can always add more, and the more you add, the drier it will be, but there's a point where it will sort of break up. So I'm hoping to find that sweet spot where it will hold together nicely while we fry it. A lot of people are purists and like their laverbread as it comes, so you can just heat it up and serve it with bacon and eggs, but I much prefer this method. That's looking perfect there. You can see that's a little bit more moldable now. I can actually form it. It's not quite as sticky as it was, maybe a little bit more oats just to make sure that's really bound together well. I'm going to leave this to sit now to absorb some of that moisture, and then it'll be ready to cook. Got some really nice fatty back bacon here. This is dry cure stuff from Swansea Market, which is the only place to buy your bacon from. And I'm going to cook this slowly to render out the fat. And then we'll use that fat to cook the laverbread. Oh, this smells amazing. I want to leave as much of the fat as I can in here for cooking the laverbread. I'm going to try and keep this in 2 separate little patties if I can, and get even amounts in each one. Oh wow, look at that. Now you need to get a good amount of heat under here because the bottom needs to be seared enough to allow it to flip. Look at that. There we go. See if the other one comes away just as easily. A little bit more stuck. That looks good. Okay, get that back under there again. And here I have some wonderful fresh duck eggs from my friend Caroline's farm called Anisecoid. Check out these. Beautiful. Duck egg shells are always that bit tougher than hen eggs. There we go. Look at that. This looks and smells absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get stuck into this. Laverbread is packed with minerals like iron and iodine. It's a real superfood. It also contains a lot of B vitamins, which are essential for giving us all that energy. So it tastes good and it makes you feel good. At one time, this was considered to be a peasant food for anyone living on the coastline, but nowadays, it's considered to be something of a delicacy. That is absolutely gorgeous. The perfect Welsh breakfast to celebrate a very Welsh day. Today is St. David's Day, the 1st of March. So happy St. David's Day. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share with your friends. I'll see you next time.